There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Let's go.
And the Huskers will boot it away to start the game. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Ohio State's offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And it's a running room. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you've got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse.
Coming out aggressively. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To throw, it's Raiola. Finds his tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Raiola. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
Buys a little time with his feet. Working that left side now. At the 45 on its way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got the quick pass. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
College football 26.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
We'll take the second quarter.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Ives. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good.
You can't make a field
And the
goal under
margin
pressure.
is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running a read option to the left.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent.
He's loose. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home.
Wide open spaces. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Breaks the tackle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Snagged out of the air. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Man, this slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Ives. Turning on the Jets. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The throw to the outside is complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Nelson. Didn't pick up a lot there, but he does get out of bounds, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big third down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on fourth down.
And the returner will be brought down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Sets up the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Finds his man. It's Hunter. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The hand to the running back. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Line getting set on second down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Bell. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Bates the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got his man. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Trying to set up the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Kansas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete to the left. It's a seam wide open. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. It's on target and complete. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Keeps it on the draw. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
That's it.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
Right here.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Here comes the heat.
He didn't know the right
And
route.
they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Okay, just good
The
throw.
Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Get down. Yeah.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete to the right. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year. Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football. All eyes on him and play physically.
Trying play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Turning it on.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the Huskers have a 1st down.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunter. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the ground, he's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskers! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen on the surf turf, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over James Madison. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Sayed. Pucks it out of the air. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That's caught. It's Miller. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
You can get a beeswax. It's alright.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Boilermakers offense will go to work first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Great place to start for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Byrne. Swings it out to his running back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Here's a heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
He'll return it from the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Ide. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Safe completion on the screen. And that's a live ball. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Unloads quickly. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of idea.
Converts on 4th down, still going. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're setting up the screen. Gets it inside the 10. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. The option look. Quick toss. Plunge from the tackle. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense.
There he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Huskers will have it first and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the tight end. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Looking to throw at Santiago. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Nebraska! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
No, he pushes it.
That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21
It's so hit or miss.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Dropping back, it's Byrne. And that one's incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Branch. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback running on the draw, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Quickly to the tight end.
Should have been close.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Santiago. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes the grab. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, what a move. Got enough for the first. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking to pass. It's Byrne. Flips it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the 1st half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Boilermakers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Santiago. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half, and here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
Oh, he can't.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Huskers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Boilermakers in the hurry up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Lost one deep down the right side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking for a man. It's Byrne. He's going to throw deep right side. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he dissed him at the end too. Super tight.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The Cornhuskers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
What happened? Look at his pass.
Long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Santiago. Catch in the middle, it's Nelson. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Caught over the middle. It's Knowles. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his big tight end. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Branch. Knocked out of bounds, they're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're going to run it. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Bell. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Santiago. Gets it to him on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That's caught. It's Bell. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And the Huskers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Huskers! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 10 over Vanderbilt. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Snatch it quickly on the left. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Walker to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Caught. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to the back. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
Dude.
He caught it! That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Boilermakers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Walker will fire. They will score! Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Branch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. Set the chains and wind the clock. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second, because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright, and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Walker to throw. Under fire. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. Here's the handoff. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Line is set on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Santiago. Fires to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Hunter. Makes the catch and knocked down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They
Oh. Mm-mm.